What's up? It's just Cosmic. This is the first time I am talking on my speed paints. I know I haven't uploaded in a while. I am sorry about that. I'm not sure what direction I'm planning on going on my channel, but I can for sure promise you it has to do with art. Now changing topics to the speed paint. This piece of art is called Hero in Candyland. I wanted to make it somewhat resemble the official board game of Candyland, but I added my own twist, like the cat pirate ship and the All Might in a school dress on a gingerbread man. Weird, I know, but you have to admit, it's funny. Some of the candy trees was not my initial design. I used a reference, which I will put the link in the description to where I found the amazing designs, and you should guys definitely go check out their stuff. I believe I had found it originally on Pinterest. I will have to double check my sources. Originally, this artwork was for my school art show, but I had recorded everything after I finished draft and just kept recording until I finished it. It took me 2 weeks to finish this. Admittedly, for like a whole weekend, I was so tired of drawing with it that I didn't touch it. And then like the next couple days before it was due, I was like rushing night and day, just trying to like get as done as as fast as possible. And then now that that's all over, I've been since like I recorded in chunks, like I stopped and then like end the recording and I recorded it again. I would have to keep putting the videos in there, speeding up as fast as I can, exporting it, and then going back again and speeding up more because it was still too long. And so now we are at about 13 minutes and about 32 seconds. It originally was like hours long. I don't even know how many hours, but I can promise you it's definitely more than 3, maybe 5, 6. I don't remember. It's honestly the fastest I could speed it up. And you may notice that the video I may stop a little because I want to do something, and more near the end where I have longer pauses. Fortunately, because how sped up it is, the pauses really aren't that long, but they are definitely noticeable. I also want to apologize for how I'm speaking. I'm not used to recording my voice, and sometimes I may have a little trouble. This isn't the first run through of trying to record my voice, and sometimes I try to record and I can't for the life of me actually say the sentence I was trying to say. For those of you that get this far into the video, if you can, could you please like put down a suggestion in the comments to what I should do in my speed paints? Like, should I talk about stories or specifically talk about the artwork? With the 1 minute speed paints, most likely it's not going to go back to that since the 1 minute speed paints are on my phone. Since I use Ibis Paint to, I think it's Ibis X Paint. No, it's Ibis Paint X to make the 1 minute speed paints, and the programs I use now, like I use Metabang, and that does not that I know of have the recording feature, so I usually use a different recorder and then I put it into Lightworks, and that's how I am editing my videos at the moment. So I don't think it's going to go back to 1 minute speed paints. So I'm sorry if anybody, since you like really like the short speed paints and stuff like that. Going back to the speed paint at hand here, you can look at the artwork and think, oh, this just looks super plain. But don't worry, this is just a flat layer. It will look much better once I start adding shading. That I want to work on having artwork that doesn't need shading, it's just flat layer. But at the moment, that it's not exactly working out for me. But it will start to look really cool once I start adding the shading and all that stuff. Didn't have anything specifically planned. It kind of just is all over the place, so I am sorry about that. I hope in the future speed paints I am able to like keep it all together and stay on one topic. I'm starting to shade. I started to work on the trees first, specifically on the Jello one, which honestly in the end is still my favorite. I didn't like work on a little bit on each one. I just got it all done and then worked on the next one, which kind of like, it's weird, but it still kind of looks cool. You can see there I added some lighting and like I'm darkening and just like adding the lighting and the darkness, and then I'm done, and I'm moving on to the next one. Here you notice that I made a mistake and I'm trying to fix it. Mainly like I messed up with the lighting layer and just I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. So and then I had to fix the small one. I fixed it, but now we're on the lollipops. I actually don't. I think they're lollipops. I'm not specifically sure on that. And now, the little stepping stones. If anybody remembers, like that mine gold chewing gum, that's the idea I got with it. And then the gun drops. I actually really like drawing those because I used a sparkle theme and I kept working on it because you know how the gun drops are usually sweet or it could be sometimes sour. And I was just trying to get that texture on there. You see here, I'm trying to add a little bit shading on the gingerbread house. Honestly, the gingerbread house is the most lazy of of all the drawings. And now you see here, I am trying to shade the grass, which is a little bit tricky because I had to go in and out when I realized I forgot and miss a spot, and I had to add shading, then I had to add lighting. It was just really strange. And that I think is a cake pop. And if you haven't tried a cake pop, you need to. Cake pops are so good. And now you see here I am working on the marshmallows and the cookies. And I wasn't sure how to give texture to the cookies. And then now I'm working on the waterfall, the chocolate waterfall, and that was kind of cool. I forgot I already did that. This part was really fast, but it was just really cool to draw. And then the splash part was really tricky because even now I still not sure how to draw it. I hope in the future I can get better at drawing water or chocolate splashing water. I chose a blue hue because it just made sense to the snow, and also a lot with the shading and stuff. I always try to do blue or purple colors, sometimes green, depending. But just basically more cool colors to show there's no light, because usually the light is a warm color. And you can see here I was working on the snowman, and now I am going to the tree, which I really like doing because I just like the small texture of it, and I didn't do too much detail on it, and it just kind of looks cartoon. I like it. And I think those were supposed to be gel breakers, but now I'm working more on the snow because I realized I forgot some of the snow up there. So I'm going to highlight it and then just shade it and stuff. Takes me a moment. And then now I'm working on the rest of the trees. And now I am actually working on the earth. I think I used actually a warm color. I might have. But now you just see me highlighting it. Oh no, I just used a darker color for brown, which is still a warm color. And then a more yellow color for lighting. Then now okay, with the tree, I'm not even sure what it is. I think it's supposed to be frosting. I'm honestly not sure what it's supposed to be. And you can just see me just trying to shade it, and I'm not sure. And then with, it's supposed to be like a cupcake with frosting as a tree. I don't know where I got the idea from. And, oh yeah, now I am trying to shade the bridge, which I had decided to use, Just basically like cute colors, no black, but just like different. I'm not even sure how to explain it. Oh, now you see me shading the, I forget the name of it. Mints. Oh man, I'm forgetting names left and right. Oh, I had a little bit of trouble on the candy cane because I accidentally put the shading layer on the stripes, so I couldn't fix the shading, and it was super tricky. Going on to shading the cat pirate ship, and right after I shade that, I start working on the sky, which I had problems with. The mountain was tricky. Then I like drawing with the clouds, but I just couldn't exactly get the shading right, and then it was just I was trying to figure out how a cloud would look. I'm still working on my clouds even now, but and now we're working on the hero, which was kind of fun to draw. Like I like the clothes I gave him, and then the shading. The shading just kind of looked cool. And now I'm working on the line art, and I'm changing the colors depending on the object and the colors it has originally. Like the cookies and All Might and the hero, it will stay a black line art, but with like blues, it'll be blue, a purple, purple. I noticed in the future once I'm done, I forgot a line on the jelly, yeah, the jelly tree, and I was so upset that I noticed that I just missed that one line. It was very irritating. Now I'm just double checking, making sure everything doesn't look weird. Just fixing the line art, making sure it matches, and then now I'm working on the final shading, which is basically how when a light shines on an object it creates a shadow. So now I'm trying to work on the shadow. I wanted to do like the squiggly shadow that it usually does in water, but I couldn't do it, so I just gave up on that. The lollipop tree was a little bit tricky to do the shadow, and even now I'm still not sure about it. We are now near the end of the video. I haven't had much planned here. I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys stay patient with me me trying to advance my skill with like speed painting, recording my voice, editing, and all that stuff. Um, I still have a lot to learn, and I still don't know the complete direction I want to make for the channel. I just plan to have fun with it and take my time. And again, I hope you guys are patient with me, and I hope you have a good day.